As college students, it can be overwhelming juggling academics, extracurriculars, and a social life. I believe it is largely beneficial to create a balance between priorities and ultimately develop a mindset that encourages productivity in an enjoyable state. When we think about mindset, we tend to think of the positive and negative. However, what is mindset? It is a set of beliefs and values that influences the way an individual thinks, feels, and behaves. Although it is not easy, we have the power to react to any given situation and shape our lives in this idea of a growth mindset. Whether you are struggling with academics, relationships in your life, or finding time for yourself, it helps to visualize your goals every day. Goal setting can be very important in keeping yourself organized and making time for the priorities in your life. You can do this in several ways. Vision boards, to-do lists, and planners are ways to write out your goals for the day, month, or even years. By establishing and discussing your goals for the future, you can limit the amount of pressure you place on present circumstances. Remind yourself of what is important to you while taking time for yourself. If you are someone who needs a creative outlet, make time to visit the craft center, for example. If you need to have a social gathering to de-stress, make plans with some friends. If you would rather have a quiet self-care night, carve out the time to do so. Goals are also a wonderful way to challenge yourself and find new passions you may not have known you had. They give you the opportunity to reach new successes and grow as an individual. Ask yourself what you are struggling with and try to find ways to give yourself bucket list items to accomplish. Most times, we try and rush throughout our days and do the most we can, but that can quickly lead to burnout and exhaustion. By setting smaller goals alongside bigger ones every day that are enjoyable to us personally, we can limit stress and thrive in a healthier mindset. Although goal setting can help with time management and organization, circumstances can heavily alter a daily routine. Sometimes, life does not go according to plan, and you experience failure. How can you learn from these experiences while practicing a healthy mindset? For one, remember that you have the power to define your successes and failures. Failure is inevitable and can be a gateway to new opportunities. Do not let it be a mental block, and instead acknowledge that you did what you could in that situation. When you find yourself struggling with anxiety, depression, or other mental illnesses, it can be profoundly difficult to accomplish tasks efficiently. It is important to remember that your well-being is just as much a priority as academics and relationships in your life. It is okay to take a step back and alter your goals for the time being. Remember, you can always make time to visit on-campus resources like the Carruth Center, if that helps you maintain a balanced lifestyle and healthy mindset. Establishing a growth mindset and building these habits definitely takes time, but can be very beneficial in the long run, including your college career. Take into account the best ways for you to keep track of your goals and create balance because it will be different for everybody.